Hello all, welcome to this session of OpenMentor.net. This is on C programming. In this session we are going to talk about a few character operations and string operations. Usually for character related operations we include ctype.h, and then for string operations we have string.h. Let me define a character. If I say character C1, this can hold 1 byte. You can initialize this C1 equal to A or C1 equal to B, numbers, punctuations, etc. It can have only one character, and you need to include in single quotes. The strings will have double quotes, but the characters will have only single quote. So let me try to print this character on our console. So I have included a printf statement. The format specifier is %c to print a particular character. Now let me compile and run. It prints the character A on the console. Now there are a lot of constants, characters that are being used. Especially you need to have the line breaks which are not visible to your human eyes. So the typical thing that if you see here \n, this is a character by itself. I can have for example character C1, C2, C3. I can always have C2 equal to \n, C3 equal to X. Okay, now if I start printing this, okay, %c, 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 and C1, C2, C3. Now let us run this. If you see here, A is printed over here. Then there is a line break. Then it was printing this X. If you notice that it was not printing the same thing, A and X on the same line. It was printing this, the second C2, that itself is a line break. So it was printing \n. So \n itself is a character. If you see here, \n is for next line, then \r is for the carriage return, \t for tab, and \b for backspace. There is a specific character \0. This is called null. Okay, so the \0 is very important when we deal with string commands. There are a lot of other characters which are not visible to our human eyes, but they take effect on the screen when we print it. You can read those things from the textbook, but the important ones are \n, \r, tab, backspace, and null. We don't do much with characters apart from storing them, but we do a lot of stuff with string commands. Let us start having some string examples. So I'm going to open up a new file. If you look here, I'm going to define a new string. There is no data type called a string. It is always characters. You have to always have character. For example, S1 is the string name. You have to define it as an array. A string is nothing but a sequence of characters one after the other. So if I define 10 characters, 10 bytes for this string, it is an array of 10 characters. So how do I initialize this? There are two ways that you can initialize. One way is while you define the variable itself, you can say hello. Okay, now since it is initialized, I can print it. Printf %s \n s1, the string. Now if I run this one, just watch. It says hello. Okay, now in this session what you are seeing is it was not printing just one character, it is printing a sequence of characters which is a string. Now let me do one more thing. I am not initializing over here. I am going to initialize it over here. See what happens. If I say s1 equal to hello, this is a string. Why it was a simple character, it was allowing it. Now let me try this. It is giving me incompatible types in assignment. You cannot directly use equal to symbol to initialize a string variable. So if at all you want to do that, the only way that you can copy something to a string is using strcpy. Strcpy stands for string copy, and then the first argument is the string variable. The second argument is the string that you want to actually copy. Now don't use the equal to sign when it comes to strings. Now let me compile. It compiles, it prints it. So whenever you are initializing a string, use strcpy. What happens here, there are 10 bytes. It starts with S1 of 0 to S1 of 9. So there are 10 positions this holds. The first one starts with 0. So S1 of 0 will be H, S1 of 1 will be E. So after that, some point after O, this will copy, this will look like this, HELLO \0. This \0 is treated as end of the string, the null character. Anything that gets terminated with the null character in a string, the string will go to print up to that particular point. Okay. Now if I want to print it in a formatted way, right now I say %yes, it will print all the characters up to the null character. Now if I use this, just watch carefully. I'm going to run it now. Okay, sorry, I should have given a 2 slashes over here as part of the comment. That was the issue. Now it prints it right from the first space, and then it prints the 5 characters of hello. Now if I take it as print %10s and then \n, see what happens. It is printing the entire word in a 10 character location, so it is giving some leading spaces over here. This is called a formatted printing, because when you are printing some reports, you may have to align it, so you may have to pad it with some bytes. So in those cases, if you use this percentage, it will use these 10 columns or the 10 characters while it is printing. But in the storage, this does not have any effect. The storage is only this. This is only for the printing purposes. This is called a format specifier. Now I want to find out the length of this particular string. What you can do is a very simple command. Let me define a variable int L. So all you can do is L equal to strlen of S1. strlen is a command that fetches the length of the particular string. So if I want to print that length of the string %d, so I need to use print that value L. Now let us run this program. It runs. It says 5. So HELLO, there are 5 characters. It does not count that \0. So up to \0 it counts. So there are 5 characters. So strlen gives you the length of the string. Now if I want to append something to this particular thing, I want to append world to this one. So if I want to do that, strcat, you have to concatenate S1 comma world. Okay, let us do this. See what happens. Now I'll print it. Watch it. S1 was initially hello. When I gave strcat, it appended that with that particular word that I have given, which is world. So now it has used the string S1 that has 10 locations. It was full, HELLO and WORLD. So it was concatenating. So to initialize the string, use strcopy. To get the length, use strlen. To concatenate 2 strings, use strcat. There are a lot of concatenation and other operations that are available on string that we'll be seeing in subsequent sections. But before, these 3 commands are extremely important in any string. And before closing this session, I want to give you one specific thing. Now just watch. I have S1, I define S1 as 5 and I initialize with hello. Okay. Now I'm going to have one more string character S2 of say 5 equal to world. Okay. Ideally I should have given one extra space, because when I say 5 I am filling the entire thing, but I don't give another character for terminating with \0. But without terminating with \0 I am having another thing. Now watch. I'm going to just print this S1. Let us watch what happens over here. S1 is hello, but it was not terminated with null. S2 is also there, it is not terminated with null. Now I am trying to print this. Watch this. Look at this. Hello, some junk characters. It was not printing something that I can read, it is printing some junk characters. So one of the fundamental precautions you need to take while you are dealing with strings in C, especially, you need to have a proper null terminations of the string. If you do not have a \0 termination on the strings, it will try to access the string commands used to access subsequent bytes also, and it will give you erroneous results. So if I try to print even the length of this, okay, %d, I try to print strlen of S1. Let us see what happens. See, it is printing 8. I know it is only 5, it is printing 8. This is because this is wrong. The reason is, if there is no null termination, this is allocated in the memory. So it will try to go find out till where another null character is found. It will treat all those locations as part of S1. So you need to be extremely careful when you are dealing with strings to have a null termination. So that is why if I need 100 character string, I will always define it as 101 to have that last byte reserved for null terminations. I'll stop the session over here. We will continue in the subsequent sessions. Thank you.